getting lumped up with RockerMike and Rob Rossi. I'm getting lumped up with RockerMike and Rob Rossi. Well, I'm lumped up, but I'm okay. It's gonna get lumped up anyway. You better call back the posse. Just getting lumped up with RockerMike and Rob Rossi. Getting lumped up with RockerMike and Rob Rossi.
Welcome, everybody, to another RockerMike and Rob Presents podcast. I'm RockerMike. That's Rob right there, top left. And we have special guest, musical artist D.Wise.
What's going on, people? How are you?
Welcome to the show, D.Wise.
Hello, love. How are you? Good to see you.
I'm actually calling you a musical artist, and I'm putting it in quotes because you got your hands in everything, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
man.
The information you sent me, I'm like, damn, what does this guy not do?
True.
Okay. So let me, for the people that may not be familiar with this man, let me give a little background. He's grew up in Yonkers, New York, so he's a New York born and bred kind of guy. Started
what are you talking about? From New York.
Fucking A. So, you began as an actor. Were you a child actor?
Yeah, I was a child actor, man.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I used to audition for stuff like Hooked on Phonics, Work for Me. Like, I used to do that kind of shit. Like,
how old were you?
5, 6. That was 80. That was 85, 86.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife's nephew was doing that when he was young, and he did some commercials, and he did stuff like that.
I remember all them lines, man. It's, even as an adult now, I remember all them fucking lines. I had
you drilled it in your head, right?
Dude, man, when I see the commercials for like Gerber and all this shit, I'm like, damn, man, I was doing that shit back then. But yeah, but like, I did a commercial for I was in touring plays, but that came later. But the commercials I did try out for was like Hooked on Phonics. It might have been for Honey Smacks. Mm-hmm. And a couple of other things like General Mills cereals or some shit like that, Wild shit.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So then in junior high, you formed Imani, your first group.
It was a group. Well, it started precursor to that was a couple of guys from my building. Shout out to 108 Jefferson. In Yonkers. Two of my homeboys, DeJuan and AJ, they was like, yo, we gonna make a group. I remember it was like 91. I think Belle Biv DeVoe had just came out.
You're gonna be like Boys to Men or something? Or
this is before Boys to Men. Boys to Men came out in 90. Yeah, this had to be like 90.
Okay.
So my boys was like, Boys to Men came out in 91. So my boy was like, yo, we need to do a group. Yo, you saw BBD. They not doing that whack new edition shit no more. They thugs and shit. I'm like, what? And he was like, yo, I'm a rap. And then the other guy gonna sing. And D, you know how to sing? And I'm like, yeah, I know how to sing. They was like, all right, you sing. So they going around and it was like, Derek, you sing. And I was like, all right. And I started singing some gospel song. And they was like, oh, you really can sing. Like,
yeah.
But I was like, yo, you can rap. So rap. And he was like, one, buckle my shoe. And I was like, oh, nah. So that didn't work out. So then when I got to junior high, like around 92, 93, singing in the hallways, I met up with this kid named Oliver Reed, who is now Steph Reed, who was a musical artist. You check him out. He got a new record. He has a new song out, and I think he has a new project dropping very soon. So shout out to him. It was me, him. Well, it was Oliver Reed, his brother Jeremy Reed, and another guy named Rodney Chris. And he was the rapper, and all three of us were the singers.
Okay.
And we had, right before we were supposed to audition for the Yonkers Teen Talent Show, Oliver wanted to leave the group. He was like, nah, I'm going to do this solo thing. He was like, all right. So
he's already going solo.
Yeah, right. Rodney was already like, all right, I'm out because y'all is on some singing and whatever. So we went and did the audition, just me and Jeremy. And Jeremy and I got in. And we were the finalists of the Yonkers Teen Talent Show. That was 93.
Okay.
He got on, did something stupid in school and got on punishment. Guess who had to get up on stage by himself?
You.
Right. So at that point, I was like, man, y'all motherfuckers just leaving me. Like,
oh man, it all fell on you.
Then I became a solo artist for about 2.5 seconds, and then that led me into the second group of Imani.
Second version of the same.
Yeah, but this was totally different people.
Yeah.
Now the second version was Freddie Bartley, Danny Lugo Rodriguez, half Dominican, half Puerto Rican, so he was confused. And and God rest his soul, my man Tank, man. We lost one of our members to sickle cell. His name is Wayne Norman. So that was the four of us. And man, we did everything with each other, man. We used to rehearse in the housing projects in Yonkers in the staircases.
You were in high school, right?
Saunders High. Shout out to Saunders High School, yo.
Mm-hmm.
While I smoke my ganja.
There you go.
Yeah, so when I was in high school, that's when shit started revving up.
That was me last night. That was me last night.
Yo, the Flavor Rex. That was the first brand I ever bought.
Those are the gummy ring, the gummy rings, man.
Yo, those are the best ones.
100 milligram, man. They will light you up on fire.
Yeah,
I've been getting chocolate lately. I've been hanging out.
Yeah, I can't deal with the chocolate. Make me shit. I'm good, bro.
Really?
I got this.
Yeah, I can't mess with it.
Yeah,
that Wonka shit crazy.
Yeah.
This
That's
thing
great.
is
Nuts, right?
One cue and you're out of your mind.
Yep, I've been doing something just like that.
So Mike and D, have you noticed that we get a lot of people for Yonkers on this show, Mike?
Yeah. We
who else you had on the show from Yonkers? I'd like to know.
Oh, do you know Paul Agostino?
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah.
Okay. We have him on, and we have this other guy named Chris Piero. A little bit younger than Paul. He's like in his late 30s. He's probably about your age, maybe your.
Yeah, I'm 42. I graduated high school in 98.
A couple years younger than you. I think he's 38, 39. The reason why we have them on is our other show, the Son of Sam Chronicles.
Oh, it's because it happened.
It's because of that. These two guys, they do research in that on the case, and we're teamed up with a guy named Carl Denaro who was shot by the Son of Sam and survived. And we're teamed up with him on the podcast, and we have these two guys on sometimes for, research purposes and stuff to talk to them. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I was up in Yonkers last year. I went to Untermeyer Park. I did the whole round in there.
In Untermeyer Park in 90. We opened up the summer showcase in 94.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Did they have performances in that park?
Yeah, they do, Rob. They have concerts there in the summer.
They have concerts there all the time. It's beautiful. You sit out on the lawn. Even before they did the renovation, it was still dope.
Yeah, when I was there I guess it was 2021. It wasn't last year. It was the year before. I was there in the spring, and they were doing a lot of renovations, and some of the monuments were being worked on. We couldn't get to see everything, but we were doing research for the Son of Sam case, and we ended up going in there and taking pictures and stuff and things like that. So that's how we have like this little Yonkers connections because of that other podcast.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to YO.
So getting back to you here, D.Wise, what I found fascinating is you got this second version of Imani going. You're like in high school practically, right? Pretty much still. But you had the business sense to found your Hazel Eyes Productions. Now, how old were you when you founded that? 'Cause it was a pretty smart move for a kid, right?
17.
Damn,
that's a smart move for a kid.
I'm going to tell you who put me on, and a shout out to him. Uh, there's a kid named Dave Servideo.
Mm-hmm.
He has a construction facilities management company in Westchester. And he was the same age as I was. But he used to talk to his family about business. And he said, D, if you're gonna get into business for yourself and you're gonna throw parties, you're gonna do all this shit, maybe you should need paperwork. And he drove me to White Plains so I can register my DBA, so doing business as Hazel Eyes Productions. And then later I went and got my LLC. But yeah, man, it's just about listening to people, man, and making sure that you don't get jerked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure. What gives you control over what you're putting out and how you're promoting it? It just gives you more control, right?
Right. It gives you a sense of understanding of where you are and where you can go. Because I look at information as, okay, it's a tool. You know what I'm saying? The information that you gain from these people is a tool. If you're not applying it, then you're doing yourself a disservice. You gotta fucking listen to people. That's one thing I tell people in the industry. If you're not listening to people that did the shit before you, maybe it's not exactly the same way that it was when they was doing it, but it don't matter. You gotta listen to reason, man.
You gotta take that advice. You know, some people, and this is across all fields. Is some some people just too proud to do that. You know, they want to do everything their own way, but they don't really know how. But they think
I was that person. I was that person.
Well, you change though.
Yeah, you gotta learn from your people.
You learn from your mistakes. It's this music business is shit. It's very hard.
It's shitty. Anybody that wants to get into this business, I tell them, you gotta have some big boy pants or big girl pants or big trans pants, whatever the fuck kind of pants you got on.
Yeah,
they gotta be big because you gotta carry around a pair of big fucking cojones to deal with these people, man.
Right.
Hey, D.Wise, can you raise your voice a little bit more on the phone?
No problem.
It went down a little bit.
It went down a little bit.
You know what? Let me unplug the phone. That might be Is that better?
Perfect. Just that's good. Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, when it comes to making it in this business, you gotta eat shit. That's just what it is. You doing television,
you gotta kiss the right ass, sometimes. But to have your own company at 17 though was very it was very good foresight on your part, I would say.
Well, you gotta understand something too. My parents,
they were helping you.
Yeah, man. My parents were the ones that was like, well, my mom more so than my dad. You know, my pops had that old school mentality, like, oh, you ain't gonna make it. Like, stop all this bullshit. Get an education.
Get an education, then do it.
Yeah. Get an education. Go on.
They always say that.
All that shit, man. So, I had to listen. But that even drove me more to keep on doing this shit. I was like, fuck you, I'm do this shit.
Now, did Imani release anything?
We never released anything. We never released a record together.
Yeah.
We were together for like 6 years, and what we were doing covers and we were doing shows.
Just live shows mostly.
Yeah, we were writing music, but we found that writing music and putting music out wasn't gonna make us no money. So we said we just gonna keep on grinding because we was making money singing other people's music. So we was doing the hood circuit or the chitlin circuit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Back in the day, 96, 97, unsigned artist showcases and the culture was different, man. DVDs. Well, that wasn't DVDs. DVDs was like 2000, 2001.
Yeah, that's what they
came. Like more like mixtapes, CDs, that kind of bubbling under the surface.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Real grungy. Hey, we're gonna go to this spot in New Jersey and sing outside for a fucking producer or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Man. You know what I mean? That's how shit was back then,
Yeah, definitely. What were you gonna say, Rob?
No, but I would say that area was like more of a R. Kelly, Martell Williams, like Jordan.
Montel Williams, Montel Jordan, man.
Montel Jordan, I mean.
He said
Montel Williams.
Talk shit
No,
going on
Montel
over there.
Jordan, but that was that whole Jordan that weird era where everybody was taking out Love Ballad, Mary J. Blige, all that stuff was.
Mary's from Slow Bomb. Well, they don't. Okay, so we call it out here. We call it Slow Bomb.
Okay.
Like slow bomb. So it's slow SCL. Let me see. It was used to be called Slobum's Housing Project. Slobum's.
That's where she's from, right? Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, it's the SCHLOBOHM Housing Project, which was Schroeder Street.
Right.
So Freddie, my boy Freddie, used to live in Building 5. I think Mary used to live in Building 4, if I believe. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But growing up in Yonkers, we always knew. Now Mary, not to focus on Mary, but Mary got on because she recorded a demo tape at the Galleria, which is going to be closing in March.
Oh.
For White Plains.
Wow.
So there used to be a small little karaoke spot where you could walk in and you can record yourself singing other people's songs. So she went in the booth. I remember because I sang in that booth years later, but still there. She sang Anita Baker and I think a couple other records. So that tape made it over to, I think, Jeff Red in Mount Vernon. Don't quote me on that either. But I know the tape ended up in the hands of somebody at Uptown through Jeff Red and through my people through Mount Vernon.
Right.
And the Locks and Jadakiss and all of them came after that through that connection as well. But she got signed because that tape ended up in the hands of them. And then by the time I was like, 10 or 11 years old, she was already fucking big time status.
Yeah, she got big quick, man. Like
quick.
Yeah.
But that was because of my man over at Uptown Records who passed on. Jesus Christ. Oh man. And shout out to his brother. I talked to him not too long ago. Let me get his name. I got my
I always heard that story about Mary J. that she recorded an album in some karaoke place and
she recorded a demo in the Galleria Mall in White Plains.
Yeah, for probably $10 or something.
$10.
Yeah.
And that tape got to I think it was her stepfather. And I don't know if this is correct. See, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly, yeah, that's it. Allegedly. Let's put that out there. Put a caveat on that bitch. Allegedly, it was Bruce. Can't think of his last name right now. But Bruce was the stepfather, was married to Mary's mom.
Right.
He took the tape and passed it to Jeff Red. Jeff Red allegedly then passed the tape over to Puff. And that's when shit
it took off.
Blew the fuck up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the person I was looking for is named Andre Harrell. And George is his brother, George Harrell. But Andre Harrell had been in the business for many years, before Mary got on. He just passed in 2020.
Wow. Yeah, that's the way the music business was back then. Like you made a tape and then you circuit around and people heard it. Like now, what the hell?
That was the way. But
that was one way.
People was making money out the trunk of their car. That's where the money was at, though.
Yeah, people were. Did you record any CDs of Imani, or you never even did that?
We never even
sell shows.
No, listen, there is footage of us from like 19. There is a lost tape somewhere of me I had just turned 16. This is like summer of 1996. There is some Super 8 fucking tape, or what I'm saying, some VHS homemade movie of us, all four of us sitting down in one of those beach chairs, one of those big beach chairs.
Yeah.
And we sat down and said, "Hey, my name is blah blah blah. I go to a book," and that tape is out there floating in the ether somewhere. But yeah, there's footage of us singing. We did a concert. We're going to be doing a 25-year anniversary concert this year of the first concert I ever produced. And that was 1998. And I was
is the show going to be up in Yonkers, or where are you doing it?
Yeah, we're going to try to do it in Yonkers because we did it in Yonkers. We did it at the VFW Post on McLean Avenue.
Okay.
Shout out to them.
You know, just as a just a little promoting myself for a second here. I'm actually going to be booking gigs down in Floral Park, okay, which is on the Queens-Nassau border.
Right? I know where it is. I sing with wedding bands all the time over there.
All right, I'm going to be. I have a Knights of Columbus that I'm going to be booking for. Okay, they have a nice hall. When it's nice outside, they bring the show into the backyard. Okay, it's a lot of fun. So I'll keep you in mind. You know, when
Thank you. I appreciate
probably
that.
like in April we would start doing that. So I'll be in touch with you about that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Rob, yo, tell him how we met.
How'd you guys meet?
I used to work in this bar called Boss Tweed, and
yeah, I remember you there, Rob.
He knew a guy named Blue. He also knew a guy, Dennis Knight. Dennis Knight been on the show.
Dennis is a great guy.
Dennis is the man. Shout out to Dennis, man.
Dennis is a great guy.
Yo, you ever read his comic book Cross?
Yeah, his comic books are great, man.
His comic books are good. He gave us like a nice autographed copy of his first book.
Right.
Yeah. I have issue 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So D.Wise was in the bar like a few times, but you also DJ. You were doing like a karaoke night, right? You did a karaoke.
No,
night.
let me tell you what happened. There was one night I did a wedding. Still had a tuxedo on, I think. And I'm driving to go to another spot to go DJ, and at the last minute they canceled me. So I was like, so Blue Rivera was like, yo, I gotta close up Boss Tweeds. I said, I'm gonna meet you down there. So I hop in the car. I think I was up in like Thornwood or some shit. I'm pissed. I drive all the way down to the Lower East Side. Excuse me, sorry about that. I had my equipment in the trunk, and I walk in, and Guzzo is behind the bar. Shout out to Guzzo.
Yeah, Guzzo.
And I'm red, and I go up to him and I go, yo, Blue say he gonna be here. I'm gonna set up and I'm a DJ. This motherfucker looked at me and was like, excuse me? I was like, yo, I'm a friend of Blue. I'm mad. Niggas cancel me. I lost money. I'm a DJ tonight, man. You ain't even gotta pay me. I'm a DJ tonight. And he was like,
all right.
He said, what the fuck? I get behind the board. I set up in the front. I put my speaker up and boom, boom. Next thing I know, the fucking place is packed. And I started working there, and I didn't leave until they closed up.
Yeah, it was packed, man. There was.
Yo, it used to be crazy, man.
You know,
yeah, that was a good bar.
Hell yeah, it was a little dive bar.
Yeah.
You can meet anybody. You can meet an actor that just came out of just doing a fucking premiere with a fucking tuxedo on. Or you can meet a bitch that was sucking dick for cocaine back in the 80s. Like it don't matter.
Everybody, it was mixed up. Yo, everybody was in there.
Yo, I played spades with a multi-millionaire in Boss Tweeds, bro. Just sat there and fucking played spades. I don't know how to play spades. Can you teach me? I was like, yeah, motherfucker, pull up a chair, nigga. Like,
you know what? It was that kind of place, man. Like, you know, like that place, it was the who's. There was so many people coming through there, and it was the thing with the bar. It never really had an identity. It was just a bar, but it was like close. It was like the closest thing to the train, and it's also the first bar you see where you come off the train. So people will come in.
And also, when you were going home, if you were driving before you go over the bridge, you stop in there for a couple. That's what I used to do. That's what I used to do.
It was centrally located. You you had that wild ass 24-hour McDonald's where everybody used to get into
Oh
a
my
fucking
God.
fight.
Fucking shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That place should be called Fight Club, not McDonald's.
Yeah, I know.
It was wild, man. It was a wild time, man.
It was.
The Burger King around the corner was bad too. They finally
Yo,
closed that
dude,
fucking
I
place
didn't
up.
go into the Burger King. I took my chances with fucking Ronald.
Dude, that burger, Mike, you know what? That Burger King is still open. It's not closed. It just got so much graffiti. You got to go to the side now.
I thought they closed it. Looked like it was closed.
Yeah, you think
They got it so oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, RockerMike, you think it's fucking closed, bro? They in there, yo, they in there sprinkling fucking crack on top of the burgers now.
I don't know what to do, but I think it's still open. I was like walking and I saw somebody walk to the side. I say, "Well, shit, Burger King is still open." Yeah,
Oh man,
it looks like it's just it's totally.
Delancey Street's a fucking disaster right now. Delancey Street is like the only thing missing. The only thing missing right now on Delancey Street are squeegee guys. That's it. When they come back, then it's complete. Then the destruction is complete. They'll be coming back soon, I'm sure.
You know what's the one thing I hate about this new Healthy America? There's no more Cucci Frito stand.
No Cucci Frito. Yeah, they closed it. They closed it over there.
No Cucci Frito and no fucking papaya hot dogs. No good shit no more, man.
Because you used to go to
the day that I could have $5 and go home full.
Yeah. Now it's like $15, man. Because nothing with this whole new thing, nothing's cheap anymore. Even when you go to the supermarket, man, forget about it.
All this inflation and shit, it's fucked up.
Yo, the eggs is crazy. Bread, I'm like, yo, y'all, man, I'm glad I got a Costco card.
Even Costco raised their prices. Everybody.
Yeah, but it's still cheaper than going to the fucking grocery store.
Unless you're buying in bulk, but yeah, you're right.
Well, shit, then I'll have like 40 gallons of fucking Clorox. I don't care.
You'll never have to buy Clorox again.
I don't care, bro.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
So let's go back to Imani here now. At some point, Imani breaks up. You go out solo.
I wouldn't call it.
You went your separate ways, right?
Yeah, it was a mutual parting of ways. It wasn't, we had been together for like 6 years. Nobody was signing groups anymore. Like, it was a different era. NSYNC, the Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees, they was all singing R&B, man, but they called it pop. But I'm gonna put it to you like this. The song from Backstreet Boys. All I have to give, my love is all I have to give.
Yeah.
You know who wrote that song?
Who?
Full Force. The guys from House Party, bro.
Wow.
Oh, with Lisa Lee?
Yeah.
Lisa and Full Force.
Right, Lisa
and Nicole Chan.
They played the show. They played the show.
Those big ones. We gonna kick your fucking ass. Those guys.
Oh shit.
They wrote All I Have to Give for the Backstreet Boys. Go look it up. Like, dude, at the end of the day, the industry shifted.
Yeah.
When it shifted, people get lost in the sauce. We were a 4-part harmony singing group that was doing doo-wop and singing R&B. By 2001, nobody was checking for that no more, man.
Yeah.
Boyz II Men wasn't selling no records no more.
Yeah. So the industry changed.
The industry shifted, man.
Yeah.
So that's when I started songwriting.
Well, that's what I was doing my next. That was what you say, right?
I'm saying you probably make more money songwriting because that's where the money is.
It is, but being a songwriter is like really living a roller coaster ride because you don't know where the industry is going. Like, you're writing songs that you want to write. What I tell songwriters is you have to be malleable in the industry. You got to be able to switch up very quickly. Because a songwriter can write a song for any genre.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Only thing you got to change are the instruments and the timing. But that's what makes a great songwriter. I'm not saying I'm the greatest songwriter in the world, but I know how to write a song for every genre. Because when you look at it from a standpoint, what is the difference between something like Amazed by Lone Star, that old, that shit came out in the 90s. Baby, I'm amazed by you.
Yeah.
The only thing that you would have to change is the guitar. Well, that's what makes it a fucking country record.
Right.
Did you change the time signature? You can make it into a pop record. It doesn't matter.
That's the sign of a good song that you can do.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You can take the song and put it in any genre and it's gonna hit.
Yeah. Well, as you know, in pop music, as long as there's some kind of hook and and all that could be pop, whether it's the country or R&B or whatever. But it's if it's a good song, anybody can do it, right?
You know what song literally explains this whole thing?
What's that?
Blues Traveler, Hook.
Oh yeah, Hook. That could be anything.
Yeah.
Right.
That could be rock and roll. That could be country.
The words he's talking about in the song, if you look up the lyrics of the song, he's talking about, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I say.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I say it with conviction. He's talking about writing the song for anybody. It doesn't matter because the hook always brings you back.
If somebody's sincere in what they're singing about, you always pick up on that. That makes it a good song.
No.
Look at the case of Elvis.
Go ahead, Rob.
Look at the case of Elvis. Elvis was singing black song, but they turned it into popular music. He was pretty much singing R&B and blues.
Right. He listened to old blues music, old gospel music.
Yeah.
Right.
And said, all right, these chord signatures here, this G and this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was like, oh, all right, cool. I know white people don't know these chords. So we're going to put this shit in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it worked.
It ain't rocket science.
No.
And then you put a good-looking white man with the black music, and then he can dance?
On top of it. Yeah. It's just dollar signs.
You're surprised that he's one of the biggest selling artists of all time?
Elvis is still the biggest selling solo artist of all time.
That's amazing.
That's not been broken yet. That's not.
Why not? Why? And he even got more push because of the movie.
Oh, the movie. I mean, I got my granddaughters listening to Elvis. Now
because of the movie.
Because of the movie, she wanted to watch it. And everything, and it was a very good movie.
I like the movie.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something about legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Legacy ain't no fucking money, no nothing. It's your name.
Yeah.
It's your name. And if your name ring bells, your name is gonna ring bells forever.
Look at the Presley name. The Presley name alone. I mean,
right.
Lisa Marie just passed away, sadly. Okay, and I'll be honest with you, she was my age. Okay, and so that kind of hit home a little bit. I felt bad, But anytime you looked at Lisa Marie, you saw her father because she had her father's face.
Yo, dude,
on a female body.
Freaky, bro. That was freaky.
So I think for people, her passing away is like Elvis dying all over again.
Yeah, for some of the older crowd.
It's almost people are taking it like that,
Dude, look at it from a standpoint of them now releasing it on HBO Max. These motherfuckers, these vultures is already like, dude. When I go on my Chromecast, Elvis. Mm-hmm. I'm like, damn, nigga, y'all ain't even let the fucking bitch get in the ground yet. Excuse me, the young lady.
Yes.
Like, yo, come on, man. You ain't even let the woman get buried. And you already profiting off of her fucking death. Like, yo, come on, man.
Well, on their behalf, I'll say it's been on HBO Max since before she died.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is,
I know exactly what you're saying.
On the front page,
right? Yep. No, they're putting it right in the front page. I got you.
Oh yeah,
come on, man.
Again, it's the first thing you see.
Right. Yeah. The first thing you see when I turn the fucking TV on, Elvis on demand. Now I'm like, damn.
I wonder how many people watched it just because she died.
Probably alive.
Probably alive.
Alive.
So it works.
I didn't mean to laugh, but where are we right now, bro?
Yeah.
That's true.
Dude, you want to hear something crazy? Jeff Beck last week, when he died, was the #1 search artist in like Spotify, Apple. Everybody was listening to Jeff.
There's nothing like dying to boost your career. That's
It's
been going
amazing.
on forever.
I got something to piggyback that, Mike.
Yeah.
Somebody said to me a couple months ago. He said, being an artist, being a singer, songwriter, an artist, he said, it's the hardest way to make an easy living. And he said, when you die, you probably get popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best ones do. You know?
Yo, listen, I've seen it.
Yeah. It's
Michael
crazy.
Jackson is still making money.
Yeah.
Well, Michael Jackson was smart. He was a smart businessman.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Right.
He made more. He made more money. Him and Elvis are the two artists that made more money dead and alive than the other guys like Tupac, because Tupac's people just.
Yeah. I mean, you know what Tupac had? I wish I had the work ethic in the studio over Tupac.
Yeah.
Tupac was relentless. He was alive, man. He was alive and relentless.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Frankie K. Anyway, dude, the amount of music that man put out through his lifetime, I don't think anybody could ever do what he did. I mean, you got some people, but quality?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But he was strange. He put songs together that you could put the thing out and making sense of what's happening now, which was even more scary.
Tupac had a way to be universally relevant. Not many artists can sit here and say that they're universally relevant. I might be relevant to R&B, I might be relevant to pop music, but to be universally relevant, that's some next level shit. There's not many people that.
No.
Well, you know, Tupac was, not just, it wasn't just the rap and the other stuff. It was like his fashion sense and his style. And, the guy would be at premieres and things like, he was like all over the place.
He was an actor. Right. He was like the ultimate entertainer.
Yo, and he was a great actor. Yeah,
he was an actor as well. I mean, he had his, like you, he had his hands in so many different things. Let me ask you, what would you say, or maybe like your three main influences?
Musically, I'd say Marvin Gaye.
Mm-hmm.
The great Marvin Gaye, man.
Yeah.
Donny Hathaway, because I have a lower registered voice.
Yeah.
So anybody that could sing, that I could hear, and I'm like, oh shit, like wow, this dude is crazy. Ray Charles.
Ooh, Ray Charles.
I love Ray because Ray knew how to fill in the parts that nobody else could fill in.
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like his time signature was just a little bit
different.
Yeah, man. Like he'd be also, he would just be like, he'd say something, be like, and I'm like, what the fuck? And
exactly.
And he'd be like, oh, don't you know? Like, just some shit. And you'd be like, what the fuck? And I find myself going back and listening to old shit and just running shit back because I'm like, I would never think to sing there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like in my mind, I'll be like, oh, the melody should go do. And you listen to somebody else and you be like, what the fuck? Whoa, hey, what? Hey, you heard that shit? Like you would never think that's what makes a great artist, man.
So Marvin Gaye, Donny Hathaway, and Ray Charles are your three biggest influences.
Yeah. I love all three of them.
Yeah.
If you want to get into modern people, Dave Hollister,
Mhm.
love him. I opened up for him. Oh shit! It's gonna be 10 years this next month. This month.
Is that when you had that single out on my way with the video?
Yeah,
and all that?
I had dropped that single in 2012.
Yeah.
I think I dropped it in like.
I was watching that this morning. You could see it on YouTube, and I was watching and I'm listening to it, and I got my son in the car. We were early for an appointment, so we were just listening to it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to be interviewing this guy later. Check out this song, you know. So he's listening to the part where you like pretend to be on the phone, right? And you're like, I just broke up with my girl, man. You know, it's fucking funny, man.
Yo, dude, I wrote that record, right? I wrote that record for a pop singer. See, the crazy part is, all these songs that I put out on my album aren't my songs. Like, I have wrote all this shit for other people.
But but they were your songs, right? You were recording them yourself.
Yeah, but Mike, they weren't my records. Like, I was writing them to submit to other people.
Other people, yeah.
Right. So I'm writing in the sense of, yo, let me, all right, okay. I wrote a song for Michael Jackson.
Really?
Yeah, it's called When the Dance Is Done. It's on the album. So when I went in the booth, I thought Michael Jackson. So it's like, sex on the beach, her neighbors, margarita, walked in the place, she called my, like, you hear the record and you be like, the fuck? I wrote that record for Michael Jackson. Yeah. I submitted it to Michael Jackson.
That's great.
So, but when you get in the booth and you're writing for somebody else, you start to listen to their tone, you listen to their inflection, you listen to how they sing. So when you go in the booth, you're gonna sing it, you know, you're not gonna sing it like them, but you want to cater to their strengths as opposed to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to
maybe like you know their style, so maybe the turn of a phrase you could do it so you know they can do it, right?
Right.
They're gonna do it right. Gotcha.
So when I wrote On My Way, I wrote it like almost like a scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it started out almost like a conversation between two people. That's how I started writing it. I was like, could I make a song like a soap opera?
It is.
Right.
Yeah.
So I said, and yo, there's gonna be a lot of shout outs on this show. There's gonna be a lot of shout outs on this show because I met a lot of people across the doing this shit for over 30 years, man. I met a lot of people, man. Yo, dude. See, now I'm gonna have to, you know what? I got Sambuca in the kitchen. I might have to take a shot at that. That might be good. So anyway, I'm sorry, man. Let me get back to the On My Way.
He got his Escalon.
I wrote the song as a soap opera. So my man I used to work at a store called Filene's Basement.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to work downtown at 14th Street, Union Square.
I probably seen you there.
So I met a dude there who is a producer by the name of Paul Vega. Shout out to my nigga Paul Vega. You know what I'm talking? He's from the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Vega used to run with Terror Squad, but I'm talking about before Terror Squad was Terror Squad. So he was running with a couple people. Actually, no, I'm sorry. He was involved with Terror Squad, but he was messing with. There was an artist that was signed to Rockefeller Records, True Life.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to True Life. True Life got locked up after he got signed to Rockefeller. Him and Vega was like this. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. You ever watch Entourage?
Yeah.
Turtle is him. Paul Vega is Turtle. Now, allegedly, I hope that you can put the allegedly. So let me tell you. Now, I don't mean to be telling this man's business, but Paul Vega used to chill with Mark Wahlberg and fucking and Donnie.
Mm-hmm.
Turtle's character is based on him.
Yeah.
Or Paul Vega. If you see the pictures, it's Mark Wahlberg, Donnie Wahlberg, Paul Vega, and somebody else. And there was the four.
It's Entourage.
It's Entourage, but they all used to hang together. They all used to chill together.
Right.
So Paul told me on the floor, on the third floor it was at the customer service desk. And I was like, yo, I'm trying to write this record and I can't seem to pull it off. He said, yo, man, he was like, yo, just do it like this, B. He was like, yo, make it like a fucking, he was like, you got 3 minutes, so make it 3 acts. So give me the intro, give me the climax in the middle, and he was like, at the end, give me the resolution. He was like, you be good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's how the record came out.
Wow.
And my man who passed away, shout out to my man Jordan, God rest his soul, he died of COVID. He produced that record, On My Way. And Paul Vega was like, nah, man. I was like, yo, I need some help. He was like, you don't need no help, man. You good.
I mean, it's a great song that anybody could relate to because we've all been there as guys. You know what I mean?
I wanted to make a record for dudes that be like, it's a love song.
Yeah.
But it's not a love song.
No.
If you listen to the hook, it's I'm on my way to see you. I'm on my way to please you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on my way to give you some of my love. But then when I get there, I got a hard dick and
you ain't doing nothing about it.
And I ain't doing shit.
Blue balls.
Oh yeah.
So you know, that's how the shit went down, man.
So D.Wise, what do you got in store for 2023?
Oh man. I just talked to a lawyer today before I got on.
I hope that's not.
I got two different scenarios I could take right now.
Yeah.
So there's a certain thing that I've been wanting to do for a little while, but that certain thing is going to prevent me from doing the plans that I had. I have to push them off for a significant amount of time, at least for about another 2 years.
Okay.
Now I don't know whether I'm going to take that route. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to do it or not. Now my plan was to release three different projects this year, and they will all be in the vein of. I have a covers EP that I'm putting out, but there's something to it that is a little funky. But when it come out, I'll let that out the bag. So that's going to be a vinyl only situation. It's going to be cover songs in my essence, the way I want to do them. I have a Frank Sinatra EP that I'm working on right now.
Frank Sinatra.
Love Frank. Frank, man.
Me too.
A lot of people, you know, Frank got a bad rap, you know, especially from a lot of rumors were said about Frank Sinatra when it comes to him dealing with black people. And a lot
I think most of those are not true.
They're not.
Yeah.
And I want to say that Frank Sinatra was a ally and somebody that supported the civil rights movement of the 60s. Actually made anti-defamation and anti-racist stuff. He had a whole room full of white kids, and he was like, "Yeah, you can't do that to people. You should talk." You know what I'm saying? He was making anti-racism campaigns, and that was in the 50s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that. You know what I'm saying? As a black man, I want to, you know, honor Frank Sinatra because he's one of the best troubadours that graced the microphone.
I know.
Go ahead.
I did read one time that you know, when he would be on tour, if there was any kind of, you know, he might be on tour with Sammy Davis Jr. Okay.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell
And they
you.
were
I know
tight.
exactly what you're talking about.
You know, and he wouldn't allow any kind of racism against him at all. He would refuse to play.
When he was working with Count Basie,
Yeah,
and Quincy Jones, they wouldn't let them stay in the hotel. And he told them, if they can't stay in the hotel,
we're not staying.
I'm not performing.
Yeah,
not even staying. I'm not.
He did that several times.
So at the end of the day, is me as a black singer who love Frank Sinatra. It is my honor to sing his work. I will not sing My Way, and I'll tell you why. Frank Sinatra died on the night of my prom.
98.
May,
I remember.
May 7th.
I do remember that.
1998 was the night of my senior prom in high school. I danced with my prom date. Shout out to Rachel. We still in contact, by the way.
That's great.
We danced to Frank Sinatra that night. And from the limo ride from I think we had it at the Riverview. I don't remember. From that place to the dock, because we went on one of those booze cruises. That's when the 18-year-old could get lick it up after the prom.
Yeah.
Don't worry, kids, you can't do that now. You have parent phones. We did.
Yep.
Anyway, when we got to because the prom was over at 11. So we took a ride, and that took about a half an hour. If you're coming from Westchester to the Lower East Side to the dock, the West Side. I'm sorry.
I know. The dock.
So to get to the pier, that's about a half an hour. So as you know, there was no internet. So the nightly news had came on, and they had announced that Frank Sinatra died.
Right.
So when we got out of the limo, we were on the dock. My ex-girlfriend was there. She was getting on another boat. And her crew told our crew that Frank Sinatra died.
Yeah.
And I sang My Way on that dock, and I have never sang that song again.
Wow. Can you give us one song that you are going to do from Sinatra? Can you reveal it?
Yeah, I got you. Hold on.
Well, he's
you sure you're not going to get flagged?
Oh no! Don't play the song. I mean,
don't play it.
No,
just
I wasn't going to do that. I'm just saying you're not going to get flagged because I thought they was doing everything.
No,
you could tell us. It's not a big deal.
Oh, I was going to give you a little taste.
No, don't do that because they might YouTube might mute it out. Yeah.
Yo, I'm just fucking around. I know you can't do that shit.
YouTube sucks that way.
Nah, I'm doing The Way You Look Tonight. I'm doing Drunk Again. That's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah. It's a rare one. You don't hear that one too much.
I love that fucking record.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yo, dude, if he should have won a Grammy for that record because I actually believe that he was so pitch perfect, but he sounded like he was drunk as a fucking skunk.
What you want to know? He probably was. Album.
I don't think he was to really sing that song that way. I don't think he could be.
Have you ever listened to the album In the Wee Small Hours of the Morning?
Yes.
The whole album from beginning to end. That's an album that you want to kill yourself after you listen to it.
I know.
All right. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's just like if you knew what he was, he was at that point. Ava Gardner had broken his heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, bro, Mike.
The actress.
You gotta understand something about us singers, man. We gotta get this shit out some way. Because if we don't, we're gonna end up fucking pulling a bullet in our head or fucking chopping somebody up.
I mean, he almost killed himself over her.
Wow.
He was
dude, let me tell you something. I never knew that. I have attempted suicide over a woman before.
Wow.
There's nothing else to say to that, man.
Yeah.
I'm an artist, man. I'm an emotional person.
Yeah.
Like if you fuck me over, I'm gonna be devastated, bro. Devastated.
Yeah.
You know? And you gotta get that shit out, man. That's toxicity in your body. You can't leave those thoughts in your brain, man. You think them shit's in there, you're gonna end up fucking stabbing somebody.
Right. It's all self-cathartic, you know. But
dude, you gotta do that shit, bro.
Yeah, but that album, you know, I'll throw it on every once in a while. You get into his head in that album, and it was not a good place. Okay, every one of those songs is just a tragedy, you know, and he sings it with such emotion. I don't know. I think it's one of his greatest albums. It's not one that you want to listen to all the time, but
wow, I never knew that. That's what it was about.
Yo, dude, I mean, he was singing for his life on that album, bro.
He was
singing. Yo, he was singing not in the sense of, he was singing from a place of, this album is gonna save my life.
And it really is a concept album.
Right.
It's the idea of I mean, they didn't call it that then, but it really, like, all the songs tie in together.
Right. The only person I've seen do that, well, I've seen a couple of people do that since then. But J. Cole did an album where he was rapping as someone else.
Uh-huh.
The whole album is him. Let me see if I can pull it up.
You know who does that? Always make a hit. Anytime the skinny girl, Taylor Swift, every time she gets dumb, she writes a whole album.
Yo, dude, she's just a fucking dope ass songwriter, man.
But she writes a whole album about getting dumb. That he was
But what else are you supposed to do, man? You make money from making music. I gotta talk about what happens in my life.
I find that amazing, and it's like, holy crap.
Yeah, she makes $1 million every time she gets dumb.
Yeah.
And you think she care about them dudes?
No.
And I'm not saying that in a bad way either. I'm talking about she knows. Yo, at the end of the day, I don't even. You know what? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
But maybe she need that emotional thing.
Chat, man. Rob, go ahead, man. Sorry.
I say maybe she need that emotional support. Breaks up, and then she gets the juices started. You know, the writer blocks and say, "Oh, I know what to write about now."
Rob, all I'm saying is, I'm an industry cat. I know what managers and agents, and they'll hook you up with somebody, and y'all not even fucking. So, you know.
Yeah, you don't even know each other.
Yo, Rob, on some real shit. I've seen, I'm not going to say who, because I don't want to get sued. But I've been in places where I've seen couples, actual couples that y'all know, and y'all think they was fucking for years. Nah. They lived in separate houses. They only got together when they had to go on red carpets and shit.
Wow.
Otherwise, they were living separate.
No, because I gotta get some water. Nah, because one manager or agent and another one was like, nah, we can boost their careers if they're together.
Yeah.
There's many times that I know of industry people that have broken up, but the image is still going on. Oh yeah, they're happily together. Meanwhile, he's in New York and she's in Budapest. Like, get out of here, man.
Yeah. Can't be more close to that.
Hey, maybe that is a happy couple separation.
It should be crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I'll be looking at these cats like, yo, you can't be serious right now.
Hey, let me give you guys a question. What kind of album you think Roger Maris would have write after Marilyn Monroe dumped his ass?
No, not Roger Maris, Joe DiMaggio.
Joe DiMaggio.
DiMaggio.
He was devastated with her. He never got over her, from what I heard.
He freaking was fucked up, dude.
He was fucked up for a long time with her. That was a marriage that shouldn't have happened. She was just too wild for him. You know what I mean? He was like a low-key dude. He liked to fucking have his meatballs and sausage on Sunday, and that wasn't her thing.
Yeah, well, how did that
sometimes you can't change that, man.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Rob. I'm sorry, man.
No, I say, remember a lot of like A-Rap went out with Goldie Hawn's daughter, Hudson.
Kate Hudson, yeah.
He went with Kate Hudson. He went out with J-Lo. He went out with. Do you think they were even together? That was just like, you know what? Just put you guys together, clean up his image.
I'm not saying that, man. You ain't gonna have me up on charges.
Huh?
I said you ain't gonna have me up on charges.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, I'm just saying. Not when you think about it, because none of those couples, like even when this guy went out with Marilyn Monroe, it made no sense, you know, because like this guy was like he was like pretty average Joe.
He was an average Joe. He just was a famous ball player, but I mean, he was like a low key guy. He didn't go to red carpet parties. He didn't hang out. You know.
Listen, man. Sometimes people are grounded. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the wild ones, they have to sometimes tap in with somebody that's grounded.
That's probably what it was. She needed somebody like that.
When you wild and crazy and you out there doing you, I look at it like this. I have a fair balance. I have one son, and I didn't have him until I was in my 30s. So I'm still wild.
Yeah.
My kid doesn't live with me. Hopefully that'll change, but you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like, nah, man, sometimes you need a couple of days to be like, hey, boo, if you're in this industry, it's always go, 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 go. And you never have time to
You need those breaks at times.
Hey, D.Wise, so what's going on with the corner karaoke? Is that going off, or what's happening with that project too?
Corner karaoke is still in effect. Bruh. After the pandemic, I will say that working in a bar, restaurant setting is not fun anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with people's mental health or what's going on, but I got into physical altercations with people. People put their hands on me. I got pepper sprayed. There was a dude stalking one of the bartenders. I was like, yo, this is a bit much.
Wow.
It's a bit much. So I had to step away. It's been a wild ride, man.
Yeah.
I got assaulted in my building. I got hit upside the head. Had to go to the hospital and shit. And and Rob knows I got epilepsy. So I'm dealing with that shit. Like I just needed the time to just chill.
Chill out. Yeah.
Not only that, it's getting cold out. So singing on the street corner ain't where it's at. Unless you got a heating pole, I'm not going out there. Yeah. The money that I make on the block, like, don't get me wrong, I've done it all, man. I have a video of me singing in the subway station with Guitar 5000.
Yeah.
I made money doing that shit.
Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta weigh out the pros and the cons, because, dude, these dudes will come up, steal your money, break your
time, man. This is a wild time.
It's wild out there.
There's no common sense anymore.
10 years ago, going to sing on the subway station is something that I would have did. I did. Now, no. I gotta go up there with the ooh-ah and be like, yo, what's going on, B? I'm about to sing a song, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You hire security just to do it. Jeez.
No, but it's amazing after the pandemic how little things like that got so like some people also got they no longer got any, like, they don't know what space is. They just get on top of you now. It's insane.
Yo, dude, I saw somebody got mad because their song wasn't getting put up fast enough. This motherfucker took the goddamn the drink, threw it in the air. What the fuck? I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on with you, bro?
It's crazy.
No boundaries. Wow. People don't have boundaries anymore.
No, not at all. Nothing. Yeah. It's strange. It's a strange new world.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just trying to find my level of comfort right now. So corner karaoke is still going on. I think I'm gonna start doing digital karaoke from the house. I have a couple shows that are coming up. Off the Hook, which is a very nice restaurant in Yonkers, New York. We're going to be starting to do karaoke there on Wednesday nights, starting in February. There's another place in New Rochelle that I'm going to be picking up soon. So you're going to see me coming back into the fold and getting back into karaoke.
Yeah, it takes a while, everything takes a while.
Yeah, it's not, the climate is very different.
Yeah.
I am going to be doing corner karaoke, but probably out in Vegas.
Out in Vegas?
You know, if you have anything coming up and you want us to promote it for you, we can do that for you. Okay, we
Yo,
can,
man,
we
that's
can
love.
put it up on the
That's
Facebook
love. See,
pages
that's
and
love.
shit. Yeah,
That's
we'll
love.
do that for you. Just let us know what you got on what day, and I'll post about it. All right,
Thank you.
because
Thank
we
you.
hit a couple. You know, we hit a few thousand people.
D.Wise, since you're a singer, you know, you can always like send stuff to the Rock Page group. That all we do is talk about music, and that group is pretty good. The
Well,
people
let
in
me
that
be
group are
added to
pretty
the
good.
group, please. I got opinions.
Yeah.
Is it a private group? Yo, listen,
No.
Rob, I don't want to. Yo, Rob, I don't want to know what you got going on with your sex groups. Okay, keep that shit over there.
No, we don't do that.
Keep that shit way over there, bro.
Nah. I can
Yo,
tell you,
listen, if I
D.Wise,
walk in another room and see motherfuckers in bear costumes, I'm gonna know something. I don't know what kind of freaky shit you're into, Rob, but you gotta stop.
Oh, I know. I like to say this. I'm very excited for the movie Cocaine Bear to come out.
No, Rob, we gotta go see that together, man. When is
We
it coming
gotta
out?
We gotta go.
see that.
We got to see that.
Yo, dude, we should do a review, all three of us together.
Yeah, that would be good. That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
let's meet up. Yo, I got AMC A-list, so I go to AMC. If you want to meet up, we can meet up.
When is that coming out?
Let's see. I'll check
In February.
All right, so the three of us should go down and see it, and then do a show right after it.
I think
Oh man, that'd be dope. Yo, listen,
see it.
it's directed. Wait, hold on. It's directed by Elizabeth Banks, and I have to say, shout out to her. She's a great actor. I really appreciate it. But her last film that she directed.
Who's that?
Cocaine Bear.
She directed the last Charlie's Angels remake.
Oh,
that was pretty bad. That was bad. Yeah.
That was bad. No, but the Cocaine Bear, that looks exciting, man. That's a real bear. You know, the bear is laying somewhere. It was a bear that just ate like a
Oh, yeah, but he died, though. It's not. It's based on a true story.
Oh, yeah. No, it's dead. That when they got it stuffed somewhere. Like you can
my God, Rob. Why do you know this, Rob? Rob,
I
why
looked
do you
it
know
up.
This? You was watching the documentary? This is the shit Rob said. You see this shit?
I know. I know
you
him well.
This shit?
Yeah. Rob's always looking up crazy shit like that.
Oh,
Yo, Cocaine Bear. This is
yeah. I think it's somewhere in Georgia somewhere, man. That should be a field trip. Go take a picture with a Cocaine Bear. Go to some redneck town where everybody's about to shoot you, but you're gonna have the time of your life. I love it.
Oh man. Well, guys, we got to wrap this up. So, D.Wise,
yes.
Tell everybody the best way to reach you. What's your social media handles?
Everything is at Mr. D.Wise. That's MRDWISE, except for TikTok. I made a TikTok. Yo, fuck TikTok's fucking service, whatever the technical support. Y'all motherfuckers are slow as shit. I don't. Anyway, I want to get Mr. D.Wise back. So if anybody's watching from TikTok, eat a dick. But call me. Ring me.
All right.
So at Mr. D.Wise, MRDWISE. If you're looking for me on TikTok, it's at mr.dwise, DWISE.
All right, Rob. What's the best way to find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and pretty much any social media. But if you really want to send me a page, I got the Getting Lumped Up website. So just go there. You can send me a page, and there's also a link to send RockerMike a hit too on that thing. Also,
yeah. If anybody's looking for me, and I'm not talking about the IRS, I'm talking about nice people.
Yo, listen, you heard what Eddie Murphy said, man. There's 3 ways to make it in this business. Pay your taxes. What was the second one? Be nice to people.
Yeah.
And keep Will Smith's wife's name out your fucking mouth.
So don't get smacked.
Don't get smacked up.
Smack heard around the world. Oh, man. All right, so if you want to find me, Instagram, RockerMike212, Twitter, RockerMike212, all the others like Truth Social, Getter, Clout Hub, MeWe, Paula, just look under RockerMike. And of course, most active on Facebook, but they won't let me be RockerMike. I'm RockerMike. I'm doing my half Italian side. RockerMike. You'll find me there. And of course, there's the Rock Show podcast group page on Facebook. We are about almost 2,000 strong now, right? 1,700.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to your followers, man. I'm gonna be on it. February 24th, 2023, Cocaine Bear.
Oh, February 20th. Wait, I'm going to put that on my calendar.
February 24, 23.
Yeah, February 24th, 2023. My birthday is that week.
All right.
I'm putting it down. Cocaine.
That's a week before the Ant-Man and the Quantum Madness come out.
Yo, that shit is looking crazy.
I can't wait to see that. I cannot wait to see that.
Bro, I think this is going to shift. Because I wasn't happy with Phase 4.
Nah.
But I think this might be the shift I'm looking for. Like,
you know what? That Phase 4, the way they ended, because the last Black Panther movie was just a tribute movie. It was a tribute movie to the actor.
Yeah, it didn't really fit. It was its own entity.
Yeah, and I wish they had like a better actor playing Namor and this and that. I was like,
I thought it was good, man.
I wish they used the guy that played Aquaman as Namor. I think that guy's I like that.
Well, that dude, you know that's not happening, man. He's in contract, man. Warner Brothers got him locked down for like years.
But the dude, I thought the dude was good, but I thought he should have been more physically like, you know how like in the comic book, this guy's like an Adonis, man. But this guy was
listen, man, they got him. I thought it was dope. Maybe, he might bulk up for the second film. Just give him a second, Rob. Damn.
But they both had a muffin time. That was an outrage, man.
Yo, dude, man, everything can't be exactly like the comics, man.
Yeah, that's true.
But
they always change something.
But the movie was a great tribute movie. And I do like that they got like his kid there. I can see they speeding that kid's up growth. And he could actually marry Storm and do the whole X-Men thing. So they did open a lot of stuff with showing his kid was alive, which is okay. We can have another guy. So let's see where they go from there.
I think it's a good starting off to Phase 5. I'm waiting to see what this new Captain America film is going to be about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's called the New World Order. So let's see. They can either fuck it up or who the fuck knows.
Listen, if they give me the seed of a New World Order storyline and just give me the seed of it. Just give me the beginning. You don't have to give me the whole thing. I hate when they adapt big storylines from comic books and try to condense it into fucking 2 or 3 hours. It just drives me insane. That's why I hated each version of the Phoenix. And one was infinitely worse than the last.
No, that was bad. They just didn't know how to do that.
Yo, X-Men The Last Stand was shit. And then Dark Phoenix was even worse.
That was a bag of dicks.
Yo, dude, I go back and watch that film. I've seen those houses when they was in the block. I've seen those houses in millions of movies, bro. I can tell it was done on a soundstage. Did you not have time to go and find other places to film this shit? It was fucking horrible. There was one scene that was great. The one where they were in space and she got hit with that was dope.
Yeah, that was good.
And then everything after that just fell the fuck apart.
It was a bag of dicks, man. I'm telling you.
Yo, that shit was horrible.
All right. Thank you, D.Wise.
I'm sorry, man. Me and Rob could talk about
I know.
books all day. I'm sorry, bro.
All good. I want to thank D.Wise for coming on the RockerMike and Rob Present show. You were great. And, like I said, just let us know what you got going on. We'll help put it out there for you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the love, man. Rob, we got to get a drink, baby.
We definitely got to. I get a lot of drink with RockerMike over there.
Yep. We're always lumped up.
Listen, man, I don't want to get lumped up. I just want to have a couple. Y'all is on some next level.
Nah, I don't know how to do. I don't know just to have a couple. I don't know how to do that.
Yo, dude, man, y'all got livers of steel, B. I can't, I can't do it, bro. I gotta keep the pretty face, man. I can't do
it. All right.
But, like I say in every show, don't get drunk, get
lumped up.
Get lumped up.
And we see you next week. Have a good one.
All right. Take care, people.
I'm getting lumped up with RockerMike and Rob Rossi. I'm getting lumped up with RockerMike and Rob Rossi. Well, I'm lumped up, but I'm okay. It's gonna get lumped up anyway. You better call back your posse. Just getting lumped up with RockerMike and Rob Rossi.